Get your hopes up, but it's very possible that we could get a US government shutdown followed by a settlement in the SEC versus Ripple case. Now, what am I talking about? Well, I got to give a huge shout out to our friend Yasin Mubarak on Twitter, member of the XRP community. It is increasingly very likely that the United States government will shut down at midnight on September 30th as the political wrangling in Washington between Democrats and Republicans continues. For crypto, this means the following. First off, the SEC will not be able to conduct legal proceedings in ongoing cases after the deadline above. No bills in Congress, whether in committees or ready for a floor vote, will be processed in both the House or the Senate. And then finally, it is worth noting, however, that the Administrative Office of the U.S. Courts, the judiciary's administrative arm, in a statement on Tuesday said that this time around, should a lapse in appropriations occur, the judiciary will remain open for at least 2 weeks after the September 30th deadline. It would be wild if we got a ruling on the SEC appeal case and the Coinbase dismissal case during those 2 weeks while the SEC is shut down. Now, it would be fantastic if we get that ruling from Judge Torres, rejecting the SEC's interlocutory appeal, because that's the next domino that I'm looking to fall before we get the settlement announcement. And this is just a crazy theory. This is just us getting excited, but I'm sorry that we're excited that we now have the facts on our side. We have a whistleblower, Stephen Narioff, Ethereum whistleblower, singing out loud for us on Twitter, and we got a lot more coming. And it sounds like it sounds like the evidence that we've collected in this case is damning, not just for the Ethereum ICO, but all of the SEC. And now he is, being led and helped by John Deaton. And so he's on board with the XRP community. And to me, it looks like that we have set in stone that a settlement will occur, because there is no way that they can allow these facts and the situation that took place to get out for the public to see. I believe that it is in the best interest of the SEC to settle up this case, tuck this whole thing away, tell everyone involved to stay quiet, shut your mouth, stop running your mouth on Twitter, okay? We don't need you looking into this any further. We don't need the Twitter sleuths filing for Freedom of Information Acts. We need to shut you guys up. So here's your settlement. Go about your ways. But nonetheless, folks, it is very interesting that we're coming up on the potential government shutdown, along with so many rumors and hype circulating around the settlement, which I believe is for good cause, because what's happening right now is really helping out our case. We got to continue to double down, continue putting up the fight. And
Okay, guys, so there's a lot of big news from Ripple coming out. This is Black Tiger Miner getting you more information about new developments and updates for Ripple. I have this, and I also have another big announcement I'll get to shortly. I know a lot of you guys were watching my previous XRP videos, so I wanted to get this out. And also, for the Ripple community, I think there is a big meeting and tomorrow or Friday where the Ripple community is meeting in New York about a big announcement. I don't remember. I'll have to pull that up and add that to this video as well. But let's get to the second announcement real quick.
Crazy update coming out of the XRP community today. I'm going to try explain this to the best of my abilities. It's a technical upgrade that really revolutionizes the XRP ledger. And it is basically the Airbnb of blockchain, and it's on the XRP ledger, okay? This is called XRP Cluster, XRP Ledger Cluster, I believe it's called. And they have just put forth a new proposal. And this is like the Airbnb of blockchain. So basically, you can contribute your hardware and contribute your node, and everyone can fall back onto the public resources. That's how I understand it. And if there's a larger client, basically they will be charged billing, right? They need an API key and they'll be charged billing. And then the ones that are contributing the best hardware will actually get the lion's share of that revenue. So it's pretty hard to understand. I'm going to leave the link to the new proposal in the description. We're also going to talk about the staking the XLS30D proposal. We're also going to talk about that in this video. The first thing is, though, this XRP cluster. They are calling this, actually, the CEO of XRP Ledger Labs is calling this the biggest proposal or most meaningful proposal ever put forth in the XRP community. So that is honestly extremely exciting. And XLS30D, in my opinion, is more appealing to a retail like holder of XRP, but this update for developers is huge. The CEO of XRP Ledger Labs is calling this kind of like the rideshare of blockchain infrastructure. And there's a bunch of different controversies on Twitter going on about this. You know, there's been many quotes from David Schwartz saying the best incentive is no incentive. And all of this stuff might not make sense to you, but I encourage you to go read the document on this XRP Ledger cluster. Apparently you'll be able to run your own node and earn income, and contribute it to the XRP Ledger cluster. So I got to keep doing my research, but let's talk about XLS30D and a little bit of my thoughts on that. So as far as updates with XLS30D, we actually do not have a lot. There's lots of people trying to figure out how it's going to work, how much passive income or rewards you're going to be able to make with it. But, this does play in to my XRP exit strategy. I recently tweeted out that, I'll be selling probably 10% of my long-term XRP bag when we break all-time high. I think this is absolutely reasonable. And if you're not brainwashed, you will realize that, dude, 6 years without it hitting that price, I'm going to take some of my money that we deserve, right? Take some of that money out because you guys deserve the profits from XRP. You deserve to actually have some profits. So, 10% there, maybe another 10% at $5, another 10% at $10 or $7. And this is actually a strategy that David Schwartz uses himself. He used this to get rich off Bitcoin. David is still selling Bitcoin to this day. He's still laddering slowly out of Bitcoin. You never want to sell your entire bag or huge chunks of it unless you really want to or really have to sell large chunks. You don't want to do that. You want to. This is how you avoid regret and maximize profits. As the price goes up, you're laddering out. So set little price points that you're going to take certain percentages out. Okay, that is the main way. Check out those Krispy Kremes over there, bro. That is the main way to avoid regret and maximize profits. Now, here's the thing, though. Staking comes into play, right? Why would I sell anything? Well, you would still sell because the profits that you're going to make from like the token price going up are always going to be way more than you'll ever make staking, right? But if you stake your bag at $1 and the token price increases to $5 in 2 years, the staking rewards you just made are worth way more. And that's what I love, the combo of a long-term hold where you believe in the coin plus staking and earning it for free. It's the best combo, in my opinion, right? My Corium is staked in the Gold Squad validator node. And then as I hold Corium over the years, because I was going to anyways, as I hold Corium over the years, all the tokens I earned in rewards go up and up and up. Same thing with Casper. Same thing with HBAR. And we need to find more assets that we can do this with. And I know there are a couple that you can do this with. And hopefully with the liquidity pools and everything that's going to go on with XRP, hopefully you can do this too. I've seen some interesting posts from David Schwartz, he's trying to explain how it's going to work. And there's some guarantees and like no risk type mechanisms that they're putting in place. But, I realize this video might be a very vague video.
Okay, guys. So from what he's saying, It is good financial advice or sound investing advice. This is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. But I want to say, as far as staking, I'm not 100% with staking. I've talked to a lot of people that did stake coins, and there was a problem with getting the coins unstaked, or they were unable to unstake the coin. So if the price dips in a um, black swan event or something happens in crypto, you won't be able to get the crypto out, or you won't be able to use it or sell it. You have to wait until the staking period's over. I did stake some with crypto.com, and I mean, it does have some gains and some advantages, but I don't like, I guess, having locked up in the staking process. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I have another XRP video I wanted to get to real quick.
We're now about 3 days away, 4 days away from the proper party in New York. First of all, let me say that I wish that I was going to this party. Actually, it's something that I could have gone to if I'd had more time to plan. I live in London in the United Kingdom, and that's only 7 hours away by air from New York. And I do have family in New York, so it would have been an easy thing to have gone to. But because of I don't know, there wasn't enough time, I guess. A lot of pre-planning has to be done to attend these things, especially with all the responsibilities and things that we all have these days. Anyway, I digress. So what do I think is going to happen at this proper party? A lot of people have been speculating about IPOs. A lot of people, on the other hand, have also pointed out the obvious, which is the fact that an IPO can only occur if the SEC approves it. The way Gary Gensler has been going on, there's no way in heck that he's going to approve an IPO while he's still in a legal battle with Ripple, right? So he sees Ripple as enemy number one at the moment, as far as we can see, especially because Ripple has been kicking his behind in the courts. So it would be an embarrassment, if anything, if he were then to turn around and approve an IPO. That's just me. So I think that it's safe to put the IPO thing aside at this moment. The only way that that's going to happen, as some people have pointed out, is if in the next 2 days somehow the case is settled and they're now suddenly free to do whatever they want. But then what that would imply would be that the Ripple people already knew that there was going to be a settlement date in the next 2 or 3 days. And they knew it weeks ago when they announced the proper party. I mean, like, anything can happen. We never know. But realistically speaking, and if you think about it, it's highly unlikely. So I think you can put that aside. Now, what do I think is going to happen in this proper party? Well, there's going to be lots of drinking, lots of God knows what else, as it's going to be filled with people with lots of money. And it's going to happen in New York. So it's going to be decadence, lots of noise, lots of geekery, whatever. Personally, I think there's a better event that's coming in November. I'm going to make a video about that at some point. That is a more interesting event to me because it brings together thought leaders and bright minds, and it's one that you can also attend. But as for this proper party, I think that there might be an announcement of a relatively massive partnership with somebody. So a big bank, a big organization, someone huge, and there's going to be an announcement of a partnership with them. This is what I think is going to happen. And price-wise, I think the excitement and frenzy of the anticipation of an IPO is going to overshadow what is actually going to be great news in terms of the partnership announcement. And I think in response, people are going to sell the news and we're going to see a crash on the day of the proper party or the day after.
So there you have another video or perspective about the proper party. So I was just interested to see what someone had to say and kind of go over the proper party as sorts. But let me know what you think about that in the comments as well. And again, happy hump day. This is Black Tiger Miner signing out, and let's get back to the money.